Patch 5.02 introduces sharding, Rabbit's Revenge, and some balance changes. Now, how does sharding work? If there are too many players in the same area, the server will create an instanced copy of that location and move some of the players to that newly created shard. Now, these two groups of players can no longer see or directly interact with each other, which increases the performance in that situation. Now, initially, this will only happen in both starter areas in Windsport and Monarch's Bluff, and is a preparation for the upcoming Fresh Start servers with the potential console launch. Then, we've got the Rabbit's Revenge event, in which you just need to kill a bunch of corrupted rabbits, which drop the following rewards. The skins in the chest have a guaranteed drop after a set number of kills, but for the secret emote, you need to get lucky. And some balance changes. Some of the equipable changes introduced with Season 5 get reverted back to their Season 4 values, so light armor gets a mini buff. The hatchet perk Keen Berserk now adds additional crit damage instead of normal damage and applies all the time while Keen Berserk is active. The Firestaff's Flare perk gets 10% more damage, but still isn't a very good perk. The musket is no longer inaccurate while moving the camera. Now, don't get this wrong, you're still inaccurate while moving around, but if you stand still, you no longer get punished for flicking onto a target. And then Stopping Powder and both musket ultimates get a buff. The bow's animation cancels are supposedly fixed. Rain of Arrows, less dot damage, and Poison Shot, less dot duration. The Blunderboss's light attacks reload a bit faster, but every pellet deals 2% less damage. And Exhaustive Net Shot gets a nerf. The Flail passive grants 5% more damage. Rapier's Deadly Flourish perk has the health condition removed. And the Spear finally gets some nerfs. Fortifying Perforate grants less Fortify. And the biggest nerf, Invigorating Crits no longer gives you 20 stamina for every crit, but only increases the stamina regeneration rate. Sword and Shield, some adjustments to Defender's Resolve and a buff to Whirling Blade. And the Warhammer's Mighty Gravel gets some extra damage and an easier condition to fulfill. And then some artifact changes. The Winged Leather Shoes get a 10% damage buff while hasted, and Magnetic Gauntlet's crit damage penalty gets lowered. And then there's also some potential fixes to desync issues with the Slayer script, but to be honest, we probably have to play for a few days and find out if that's actually the case. Alright, cheers!